when Nick Bosa shows up in a MAGA hat during Brock Purdy's interview, he knows exactly what he's doing. Never before has sort of partisanship had divided the country in the way that it has. Since 2016, that's been what it is. And when you say make America great again, what was so great about it before? What part of America are you trying to get to? Based on what we're hearing coming out of many of these campaign rallies, there's only one side that truly degrades and speaks negatively of the differences in other people, where they're from, the colors of their skin. There's only one side that does that. And I've worked really hard since 2016 to try to separate the people that support Republicans from the Make America Great Again people, because it was hard for me to believe that you weren't racist.
Wow.
Right? And there's a long following of Nick Bosa's
Ryan Clark.
tweets where it's a lot of pushback against the culture, which is weird because in the locker room, it's such a melting pot of people where you accept one another's differences. I also think it's sort of ironic this happens in San Francisco, where Colin Kaepernick legitimately lost his career, not because he said America is a bad place, because he said, I want to make America a better place for people like us. Not because he said that he wants brown and black people to be superior to others, but just equal. He wanted their lives and our lives to matter as much as everyone else's life. The MAGA movement has been very clear that all lives don't matter the same.
Bruh.
That all people aren't sort of deserving of the same treatment, of the same compassion, of the same level of life and liberty. And so I do think that the shut up and dribble thing that always is told to the LeBron Jameses when he speaks up against police brutality, to the Colin Kaepernicks when he speaks up against police brutality, to all of these athletes who were involved in movements in 2020, it only seems to go to the athletes that look like us, to the people that are speaking for the marginalized and the minorities as opposed to the majorities. Because when 45 called Colin Kaepernick and other people who kneeled sons of bitches, nobody told him to keep politics out of sports. So it seems very clear to me. Nick Bosa understands that when you wear that hat, you take a side. You take a side of division in a sport that's supposed to bring us together. I'm just waiting for all the people.
Can I say something about this?
I've got a lot to say.
Who comment under political and sports things to shut up and dribble or to shut up and play football, to tell him to shut up and rush. But they ain't gonna say it because they feel the exact same way he do. Don't hold your breath.
Hell yeah, we feel the same way he do.
I just gotta say something though, but it's kind of like, I remember at first I was kneeling when the national anthem was going on, when everything first was happening, and then
kneeling?
I wasn't standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance at first, and then
that's different. You wasn't standing, but kneeling. Hell, like, what?
Well, it was pretty much the same thing.
I guess.
And I remember, like, I sat down and thought it to myself, and I was like, wow, like, my friends' parents literally passed away for this flag, for everybody to be able to just have this event. And I remember I used to have regret because of that. And I was like, dang. But we really pushed, like, not standing for your flag. Like, and now we seeing them actually, like, putting a whole replacement of other people in our country.
That's because you got the knowledge to know from your background, from your mom, bro. You got to think about this. LeBron, he ain't probably got no military family background, and these niggas that make it to the league, they coming straight out of high school. All nigga know is ball. Yeah, nigga, shut up and dribble.
Like, I realized that was the dumbest stuff we ever did. I feel like
it's very interesting that he just said
that's like F you too
that he's racist for wearing a hat, for supporting a political candidate.
Literally.
When there's black players in the NFL, Tua, quarterback of the very Christian, MAGA, wife MAGA. Mahomes' wife, MAGA. He's biracial.
He's probably
AJ Dillon for the Wisconsin, for the Green Bay Packers was at the Trump rally.
Yeah.
MAGA. AB, Le'Veon Bell.
All black people who. So that's what I
The
was wondering.
Pouncey brothers. We
What
can
about
keep
the
going.
black people who,
What about-
you know? And then he was like, he tried to say that Nick Bosa and Colin Kaepernick did the same thing.
They
did
didn't.
not at all do the same thing. He caused the entire NFL and the NBA to take a knee during the national anthem versus one little dude saying one little thing with a hat one time. Boom.
That is patriot.
That's a big difference.
And the Colin Kaepernick thing, you know,
It makes me more.
him
I ain't gonna
and
lie.
Ryan Clark are both my frat, but we in the same frat, you know. And I don't really have nothing negative opinion on them as personal humans, but we have to really take a look at what the Colin Kaepernick thing did. Yes, he started a movement, but then the movement started to become a distraction. It started hurting the revenue of the league. They said to stop. He kept doing it in order to protect the league and stop the spectacle that was kneeling during the national anthem. They cut him from the league. Then, when he was giving a shot to come back in the league, on the hour before he was supposed to get his tryout, he tried to change the location to an hour away for the scouts, and then he was late. Why are they acting like he was just blackballed? They gave him a shot to come back
he
in the
chose
league and he
not to,
ruined
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but that's a whole.
That's neither here nor there.
Colin Kaepernick became a bigger distraction than football, and they decided to not let him come back because he was losing and performing badly, and he was going to become a distraction to whatever team he signed to.
Who picked? Who did Nick?
That's
piss
what
off?
that's what the final verdict was.
Besides liberals, like
I mean,
Nobody.
also Nick Bosa is from St. Thomas Aquinas, which is in what is that, South Florida, private school in South Florida. You expect me to believe that he's racist? In the locker room with all these black players, he played at Ohio State with plenty of black players that love him and respect
I
him.
bet his teammates don't think he's
I
racist.
bet his teammates don't think he's a racist. I mean, Ryan, we have to stop drawing conclusions based on what
Like,
you
and
what you
it is-
perceive it to be as fact.
It's
You cannot
degrading
do that.
to Nick Bosa. Like, you literally just got here and called him a racist just because he votes
Trump.
different than you, thinks different than you.
And
That's crazy.
it's very interesting that he's trying to say that everyone who's MAGA is a racist. I mean,
That's a blanket statement.
the comments on illegal immigrants, they try to switch it and make it like it's against all minorities and that we should feel for them. As black men in America, we know we cannot commit crimes because we will go to jail. Knowing that we have to be law-abiding citizens and follow the law, why would we advocate for people to break the law and be given a step up? They're given all these things and the black community is struggling. And because someone says, hey, they're bad for the country, we can't have that, that's racist? And we,
All the
what?
schools was broken
What
down.
are we talking
no
about?
funding, and
What
all of a
are we
sudden
talking
they
about?
open
the
these
liberals,
schools up
they
and give them
got
funding.
they won with that one, bro.
But
Like,
what,
they literally
everything-
said-
They not won. They didn't win. I'm
But
saying
what-
like they
what
what
argument?
what they tried to accomplish out of this Collins situation, the Black Lives situation, they won out of that.
I think it got them a lot of traction, but I think it's turning around and biting them in the ass
It
now
is.
because what the BLM did and what people who really looked into that and saying like they blew it out of proportion, you know. And I really thought, I ain't gonna lie, my freshman year of college, bro, this year had me so brainwashed.
Joe
I remember
Biden got
I did a
elected.
whole. I remember at the beginning of the year, my teacher in Comp 2 told you, okay, you get basically to do one study on a project all year, and you do a case and you convince people of it. And I chose Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, and I basically all year defended why I thought he should take a knee. And I pulled up all these stats. I did all this police brutality stuff and all that. And I remember
did that
while
as
I was
well.
doing it,
That's crazy.
I was like researching how much black people were dying and stuff, and it was a lot. But then I would see how much the crimes they was committing. I was like, well, shit.
And that white
I'm
people
not
get
gonna
killed.
lie,
midst of
I have
that,
a similar
I was like,
story.
I was
White people get
No,
killed by the police.
I have a similar
just
story to that.
More.
Well,
I mean, it's
you
more.
wanna know something crazy? When I went-
it's just like
I have a similar story to that.
Black people, we cannot sit here and okay, like let's just keep it 100, bro. If we go off the stats, numbers lie, men lie, and women lie, but numbers do not lie. Black people, 13% of the population, are responsible for 65% of violent crimes.
And you know it's crazy.
That is
People try to
bad,
say
bro.
that that's a lie.
So
and the
therefore, they're
numbers
going
are
to be
wrong.
arrested more.
That's crazy.
They are. They can make more crime.
Bro, but hold on,
Shit.
no.
You
We
wanna
got
know
that. The liberals
It's a
want.
fact.
I
liberals-
actually have a similar story to that. I wrote a paper on that song, Lil Baby, Black and White. It's bigger than black and white. I did a paper on that, and I was arguing about police brutality and all
robotic
this
than
shit.
me. I ain't
I got an A on that shit. I got 100. My teacher was like,
No,
"This is
you know,
powerful."
we was in school. We was
My teacher
indoctrinated by school.
"This is bro, I was really believing this shit. I'm on
Me
social
too.
media all day. This was like right when COVID, like right before COVID hit. I remember I'm seeing all this shit on social media. I'm listening to the music. I'm doing all this. Maybe this was right around COVID. Who knows? Whenever he dropped that song. song. I wrote a paper on it. My teacher wrote me a note back on the paper. When she handed it back to me in class. This is very powerful. Like, I never knew, like, didn't know they made music like this still. Like, da-da-da-da-da. Because I just went so in depth on this shit. Because I was like, damn, like, da-da-da-da. I was going hard on this shit. She was like, this is so powerful. I didn't know, like, you really opened my eye. All this shit. I'm like, damn. Like,
I ain't fought a day of segregation in your life.
And what's that show?
I was really believing this
They
shit.
did a show about that too on Netflix. I think it was like 7 seconds or something. And like a kid, you know, it was basically about that. I watched that shit around that time too. I was like, I really thought I was Martin Luther King, bro. I was like, I'm finna fight for these niggas.
I just think it's very interesting that as a black millionaire who's as successful as Ryan Clark, as educated as Ryan Clark, who has went to the heights as Ryan Clark has, who has successful children like Ryan Clark. I mean, his 2 children that have graduated college and gone to great schools.
Yeah, I think his son played
His son plays at Notre Dame.
What the-
His daughter graduated from
Say her.
Y'all not oppressed. Y'all doing well.
You're doing well. You're married to the same woman and have children. All
He
smart,
said
doing
his
well.
parents was racist. Huh? He
Colin
said
said that.
and his parents really took care
Yes,
of him.
Colin Kaepernick said his parents was racist. They didn't let him get no damn cornrows.
It's just interesting. It's just interesting
My
that
mama didn't want me to get no cornrows. Is she racist?
I'm just very critical of the comments. I'm just very critical of the comments because like these people are in very prestigious positions. They've reached heights. They're really the example of what we should strive to be. And then they just push this propaganda.
Athlete?
No, not even that, bro.
He's a good
He's
podcaster.
post-athlete. He's college educated. He's married to the same woman. His children are successful.
Yeah,
His kids are in college. He's on ESPN. He has a successful
He's
podcast.
doing good.
He's
Keep it
doing
100.
well.
Hey,
He's my frat brother.
That's why you believe in God and on God.
Bro, he's a Kappa Alpha Psi man. I rock with him, bro. Kappa Alpha Psi, that's my frat brother. I rock with Ryan Clark.
But damn.
But to sit here and say that people who have different political opinions than you and different ideologies
they're
than
all
you
bad.
are
They're all
racist, are blanket racist.
That means
that is a bad statement.
You probably couldn't sit down and talk to them like you think you could.
I could.
Yeah, I could.
I don't know if I can sit. Like,
I would just be like, bro,
once
keep
you
it
talk,
100.
nah, bro. All
That
them
is a
liberal
crazy
talking
statement.
Points, all them.
See, but then that's
That
divisive.
is a crazy
You play right
statement.
into their hand.
I'm not though, because I
You
don't
are.
believe in racism in this. I don't believe.
Like, he talking about-
Hold on though. He just said that Colin Kaepernick was fighting for people like us to have a better opportunity in
No,
this
but
country.
look, hold
What
on.
opportunity do black people not have?
Hold
They
on.
talking
But
about
look,
police
this is what you're not
brutality,
understanding.
and that's just something that's sown by media because there was
media
a couple of
controls
people
that.
that are killed.
But look, look. So this is the difference, though. You can disagree with him and think that he's wrong and know that he's wrong about all these things. But if you sit here and say, "Well, I can't be in the same room as you," then you're doing exactly what he just said.
not saying that.
That's
say
what
that.
they're doing.
I still
That's what he
respect
just did.
Ryan Clark.
He said, "I can't mess
I
with anybody who
still
does
respect Ryan
MAGA
Clark.
because they think differently to me." So if you do the same thing, you can't do that, even though you're right.
Well, you know,
So you don't have a problem. You
I
don't have a
still,
problem.
bro, I really respect Ryan Clark. I really look up to him. Like, I really think he's like, when I see him on TV, I'm like, this is one of my favorite people on ESPN. But to sit here and hear him say that bullshit, I don't agree. That is not true. To sit here and make blanket statements, that is divisive. You talking about one side is divisive.
That's
you just
so
said some
divisive.
divisive stuff.
Come
you just
on.
said that people are racist because they put on the Make America Great Again hat. What does Make America Great Again mean? Bring America back to a prosperous country. That is what the statement
during
means.
this election and being on this channel and reacting, it's a lot of people that I looked up to that I no longer look up to.
Not politically.
Because
I never looked up to these
kids,
niggas
bro.
politically.
It was
I'm not
easy.
looking at
We
him
easy to
politically,
get
but
sold
as a successful
was
person,
kids, bro.
I think he is a standard of what people should strive to be. Married to the same woman, successful. All his kids are successful. Great. He ain't got a broken family. He ain't out here making scandals and all that stuff. He is an upstanding citizen, and I respect what he got going on.
It's the
That's what I say.
plantation.
Yeah,
It's the
when I say-
Democrat plantation.
Exactly. When I say I look up to him, I look up to what he has done. He's successful. I respect what he's done. Yes. But
They
to
pay
sit here
you
and
that
come
way.
and say this crap, I disagree. Sorry, I disagree. You
Yeah.
cannot sit here and say that everybody's racist because they disagree with you. And using the Colin Kaepernick example to what he did as
That's
apples
crazy.
to oranges, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Hey man, the media, and that's why I said the liberals won with that because bro, Joe got elected because of this.
He did.
Like they said, I remember in
The George
2016,
Floyd, I ain't gonna lie.
I remember in
2016,
2016 when the
2015.
Patriots won the Super Bowl, they was
Low-key.
tripping on Tom Brady for having a MAGA hat in his locker.
Yeah, they were.
Do y'all remember that? He had a
Yeah,
MAGA.
yeah.
They said, oh my God, he has a MAGA hat in his locker.
I was hurt about that. I was hurt about that at the time.
Y'all trying to tell me Tom Brady racist? Come on, bro. Like,
telling you, bro.
what are you saying?
I
They
used
had
to be-
Tom Brady on their
I
podcast.
used to
I
be on
listened
the
to the
plantation.
podcast. They was geeked to have him there.
Oh, yeah.
They was loving it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched. I listened to that whole podcast,
exactly.
start to finish.
Exactly.
Tom.
So
How many
what they
people?
say about
How
that?
many people have they had sit down with them that's probably voting for Trump?
America
A lot.
waking up.
A lot.
America's
Dead
waking
ass.
up.
All them racists.
Hold up.
But-
who owns their podcast network?
They are happy dad.
Who
They
I know.
own-
I didn't want to say it. That's the first thing I
I don't give a damn. I'm blasting
Is he
y'all.
racist?
Who feeding y'all? Who feeding y'all.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Somebody
What the
that
fuck are you
supports
talking
you,
about?
man.
Yeah, man.
Like, seriously.
If you look, if this is how crazy
No,
America
bro,
is.
we gonna keep it 100. If you gonna say that, you better stand on that shit,
But let's
bro.
keep it 100, bro.
Americans are so privileged. We're fat people who are sitting on their couch eating nachos and pizza, talking about Black Lives Matter, and we not nigga. We need to be treated better in this country. Nigga, you are in the best situation of all time in the world. You're in America.
No, like,
so
actually,
how can
quite
you just
literally,
even,
of all
So
time
that's
in
why I
the
said the
world.
liberals won because they had all the world twisted,
And
and it seems like they still do.
You want to know something? You want to know
That's
something?
it. That's
You want to know
good with
something? You want to know
their-
something?
with their- how they manipulate.
It's really interesting to
But
me.
people are not stupid.
It's really interesting to me that when people try to use examples of how America has never been great, they use examples of the past of where we came from. Let's talk about where we at right now.
Yeah,
Everybody's free. Everybody, you're not going through what your ancestors went through. They fought and died for the positions that we're in now. So you can go to college anywhere. You can make millionaires. We listen to 3 millionaires call people racist. Y'all, 3 black millionaires who are in the top 0.01% of people.
What they've done to our people in this country. Nigga, you was able to make your
have
mama
fought-
rich.
People fought and died for your right to be in the positions you're in now, and you talking about America not great. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
That's a
why-
spit in the face. And to
that-
me, that's a spit into the face to the people who really fought.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
thought
saying.
about that.
Malcolm
That's why I
X,
felt
the
so
people, what they
bad.
done did. And you basically said all that shit they did, it didn't work. It was all in vain. All the people who died and all
Kamala
that,
said that.
all
though.
that shit was
Kamala
in
said
vain.
that. She said, they said every 10 years you gotta fight for your rights again.
It's really interesting. It's really
Exactly.
interesting. Like, at what point do we acknowledge that where we've come from is not where we are, and we should look at where we
won't
came from
go
as
back.
progress to where we are and continue to improve that? When they say make America great again, it's not, the social situations and norms, but that's the way y'all spin it to try to demonize it.
that
When they
was
say make
crazy.
America great again, they talking about economically, they're talking about opportunity, they're talking about all these
Niggas trying to
things.
bring plantations
That's what I'm
back.
saying.
When
Like,
was
what
it
are y'all
great?
talking about,
Nigga,
bro?
It was great in 2016.
Yeah,
That's when it was great.
That's the thing though. They don't understand.
They talking about less government, less corruption, all that stuff.
Kneeling for the flag is a spit on America. On
yeah,
America.
I used to
period.
argue against that.
But Colin Kaepernick met with veterans, and
Nah,
that's
I
what
don't
they.
think-
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. No,
I know that
that's a
happened,
fact.
but they some woke ass
The
liberals. I don't give a
veterans
damn.
met with him and said that is a way to take a kneeling was the least disrespectful way. They said that veterans said
Yeah,
that
see,
they
but
met
I
with
disagree.
them.
I
That's
disagree.
what happened. But it
I don't
became a
give a damn about the
spectacle. It
veterans.
became a spectacle, and they
Nah,
took it and ran
it's
with it.
them.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
And that don't make sense to me.
That's how it started.
That situation,
I did a
doing
research
that.
on
No,
that.
I
That's
remember
how it started.
That shit
happened.
really hurt my heart. 'cause
That did
like,
happen. A couple of veterans did do that, but to me, at the time, I agree with that. But now I don't because people did die behind that.
Yeah, I watched.
My grandpa was in World War II and got shot behind
and
that.
it's-
That was in the
it's like,
1940s.
y'all are
That
protesting-
nigga couldn't even
Like, hold
drink
on.
out of the same
And
water
it's like-
fountain as
it's like-
people.
it's the thing is, okay, and that's when they was protesting for, can I get the water fountain? Can I vote? Can I get a job? Can I get these things? Now,
Literally.
like redlining, real problems. Now what? Like the police would, okay, so like, what? At what point would you be like, okay, we got what we wanted?
You know, it's
You
interesting.
wouldn't have. There is no point.
It's
It is a
interesting.
running. You would continue to do this. There's
Now,
no
I'm-
point. At no point would you be like, we're satisfied.
After
We gotta
what-
keep the marathon continues. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to shit on him, but damn, when is
y'all,
it gonna be over?
It's not gonna be over after what LeBron did and what after Ryan did. I mean, it seems like it's not gonna. Be over.
I still respect Ryan, but I just don't agree with this comment. I don't agree with his stance. I don't agree with his takes, because like my grandpa, for example, 1944, he was in World War II. He came home, he couldn't, they were segregated still. He's in the Veterans Hall of Fame in Oklahoma. He got shot.
okay.
He did all this stuff.
What he went
couldn't
through.
come up.
Come
What
on,
he
what
went
he-
through
what
for
he
the
go-
opportunity I had today.
Come
And we're supposed to
on.
sit here and say America's a bad place
And what
because
he
people have
does in
different political
vain?
opinions of
Yeah,
us.
bro.
Like, that is divisive. It's what you're doing. You're dividing. You're being
the
divisive.
problem is to me though.
To
is
please
that
y'all?
I think a lot of the stuff Trump
not
says,
20s.
they take out of context.
We're not
When you
20s.
really look at what he said, then we disagree.
We're in our
Immigrants are
20s.
coming into our country and breaking the law.
We're in our
That is-
20s. They're in their 40s. I'm
They've
trying to
seen-
figure out
they've been through-
how they don't. Not I'm saying they're like. I mean, not even that. How
Well,
don't they see
because
this?
we
How
probably
don't they
live-
see the media's pushing
Well,
this
The
stuff?
plantation
No,
is
no,
strong.
you said they're in the 40s, so they probably was able to. They lived through the 70s, the 80s, and the.
They did not
probably-
live through the
they probably
70s.
see-
They
they probably
were
see
babies.
more
They
than
were
we see.
babies.
It's interesting. It's
In the
interesting.
80s.
But
That's what I'm
before-
saying.
before,
That shit.
before y'all say what y'all about to say, it's interesting that he said that, I had to separate Republicans and MAGAs, and now I see that if you support this, you racist. Bro, what? So now you're saying all Republicans are racist. That's crazy.
All MAGA.
That's divisive. How many of your teammates do you think are MAGA?
The thing is that
Like, what?
look. No matter what they
Yeah,
see,
quarterback, but one of his former teammates,
Hold on.
Marcus Pouncey, or whichever Pouncey he played with, is MAGA. He is black.
Okay, yeah, it's under. But no matter how old you are, how can you
The Democrat
how can you
plantation.
compare Colin Kaepernick to a MAGA hat.
And it's crazy. You know what's crazy?
can't.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
It's
You know
not
what's
common
crazy?
sense.
He flashed the hat and ran off.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is
That
a political
Burn
party.
this whole bitch
Hold
down.
on.
Right.
How are these men not smart to realize that is a political party versus a man that pretty much disrespected people that died for this country?
See, but they
Like, when you get-
met when he met with them, and that's what they came
nah,
up with.
but you
bro.
disrespected
with all
him,
them.
Nah,
That's
Nah,
what happened, bro.
Well,
Nah, bro.
That's what happened, though, bro. That's what happened, though, bro. I'm keeping 100, though. That's what happened, though,
I
bro.
don't care though, bro.
Bruh.
That's
Well,
what
LeBron-
happened.
I bet a bunch of other veterans feel different about
Yes.
that.
I bet they do. But that's how it
No,
started, though.
I truly
Nah,
feel
that is how it
bad,
started.
bro.
The veterans-
I actually know people
the
that
veterans
lost their
wanted to
legs.
change.
Was they black veterans?
Boom.
I don't know.
We need to
And
figure
you know
that out.
another thing? You know another thing? He got a Nike check after doing all this too.
Oh, he
Colin
been had the
Kaepernick.
Nike
I told y'all.
He's still with
LeBron,
Nike.
Oregon, Hollywood. It's all up there. I told y'all.
Hey, okay, hey guys, you know sometimes, hey, I can't say this. I can't say this.
Yeah, don't say him, brother.
But all right,
Seriously though, guys, hey, this shit is insane. I mean, we're in our 20s, they're in their 40s. I don't know.
Listen, we may have different
got common
perspectives.
sense.
We may have a different perspective, but I don't
I still
agree.
sit in the same
I
room
don't
with
agree.
y'all, man,
I don't
though.
agree with what they said here. I still respect all of them. They're still one of the best podcasts out.
Yeah,
that's
I
just
love
my
the
2
pivot. I
cents.
really love the
This is one of my
pivot.
favorite podcasts.
Me too, but
Pivot,
like,
Club
I
Shay
love
Shay,
to listen
Full
to it.
Send.
Yeah, hey,
That's why
That's my top 3.
they're my favorite podcast.
They got
When
the
they
numbers
talk about
on.
what? Shut up and dribble.
All right.
Yeah. That's when they're our favorite podcast.
All right.
Me too.
When they talking about dribbling and throwing a football.
I ain't gonna say all that now.
They ain't got it, y'all.
I just think that was
They
a
was on
bad.
the plantation.
I think when he got on his soapbox for this point, it was a bad point, and I don't agree with a lot of stuff he said. He talking about since 2016 they've been defensive. Da 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 da. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell? No, that's not true. That is not true. We've seen since 2016. All these slap in the face from Democrats, all this pandering, all this stuff in our face. Y'all don't say that, not a lick or nothing about that. But let somebody say something bad that hurts, that the media spin. No, I don't agree with that.
You know, it's crazy to me that Trump put money in people's pockets, no wars
people out of jail.
overseas.
Yeah.
People
He got
got
multiple
out of jail.
rappers out of jail. Overseas.
Well, yeah.
That didn't do
A$AP
anything.
Rocky,
Black
Kodak
people
Black,
out of jail.
Levy,
Kamala got black
what's the
people in
ball
jail.
brother? Leangelo out of jail in different countries,
Nigga was
but he's a
stealing.
racist. Oh my God.
Yeah, guys, we gone, man.